All right, and my daughter's always making fun of me. Hey, it's Friday night, and welcome to the Fan Cast. It's International Women's Day. You know what we should be doing is we should do a. When was it we did the all the biblical reading? Was that international? What was that last year? That was the Brazier Day or something. I have to look what day that was. But anyway, welcome to episode 73. I'm your host, WCABS Channel Dad Brian Lape. Joining me tonight is not LMP because he's decided to see a movie and we can't remember if he's going to go see Alita or if he's going to go see the wonderful movie and excitement known as Captain Marvel, the best MCU movie ever made according to Dion. And with me tonight has been good night, everybody. I've been drinking. No. From somewhere in the middle of the country in the southern part. Don't call him anything you want. Just don't call him Mexican. TapAndDie.
Welcome to the party, pal.
And everyone's favorite soon-to-be gypsy, Reality Frank.
Yes, folks, welcome to the Fancast, a proud subsidiary of Fancast Brothers Home Repair and Remodeling. We specialize in brute force solutions to all your home care needs. In the words of our esteemed co-founder, Can Do D2 Slice, finesse, can't even spell it.
Very good. Very good. Very nice.
Thank you.
So I don't know, has anybody been keeping track of the Rotten Tomatoes score?
No, but I've been keeping track of all those videos of reviews for Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Well, here's what I've noticed. The critic score is now down to 79% from what, 80, 90 something? So it's still certified fresh, although if you do the more info, you do find out that it's actually, as far as an actual percentage, it's at 67.9%. But that aggregate of the tomato meter is basically, how many of them say it's fresh, not what their actual rating is. So I got a screen capture from early in the day, and it was at 33%, I do believe, if I could find my freaking downloads folder. And I'm going to use that as part of the thumbnail when it finally comes time to that. So I've had an awfully great day at work, and so I'm drinking Kraken rum mixed with some kind of rum.
Crack?
Horchata. Kraken.
Oh.
You dumb Asian. So what I'm going to do, gentlemen, is my dinner is in the oven and getting somewhere past done. Yeah, 33%. And if it goes any lower, I'll change it. So, and I will say this, my Captain Marvel videos are pretty hot. I mean, for me getting 100 and some odd views in less than a day, and even over on BitChute, they're going pretty well. So what topic do you guys want to discuss first?
You want to go with yours, Frank?
Sure. I'll
tell you what, I'll roll the ball out here for you.
Okay.
So Frank wants to share some news from Dean Cain, and who on Twitter not too long ago reminded everybody that he's not a white American. Because someone was saying, we need someone other than a white guy to play Superman. And he said, that's a great idea, but you're 25 years too late.
Oh, well.
I never knew he was part Asian.
Well, I knew he wasn't all white.
Right.
Well, we had an Asian Spider-Man, so why not an Asian Superman?
Well, we already did. So I had no idea, and I didn't care. So,
which, looking back on it, was even better because Superman is an alien. He's not supposed to look like any specific earthly race, but he's able to blend in well enough.
Yeah.
So that only added to, his realism, I think.
Yeah. And unlike Spock, he didn't have pointy ears. So Frank and Tap, take it away, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Tell us your news, Frank.
Segueing off of that, Dean Cain has recently teased the possibility of a Lois and Clark revival.
Mm-hmm.
So,
like, what did he
could be coming back to TV.
Oh, this any game specific, like where or when, like a TV network or something? Any specific one?
No, I don't think so. Let me see if I can bring up the link again here. Might take me a minute. So talk amongst yourselves. Your topic is chickpeas. They're neither chicks nor peas.
But they taste so good. They taste so fine. I like them in a salad. When I'm, feeling like a bitch and eating salad. I actually do like salad. You ever tried ranch and blue cheese together? I haven't. That's what I'm asking.
I don't like blue cheese.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's basically moldy cheese.
Yeah, I try to avoid that because I'm allergic to penicillin.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, I know what not to get you when you come down here.
Well, I'm not like violently allergic to it, but it makes my hands puff up.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. Hold
up. Where the hell is that damn thing?
There's a damn thing. I was lucky though that I noticed Killer Tomatoes was on Amazon Prime.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because I when you were talking about it, I just randomly searched. So maybe I'll buy it, but then for sure I saw it because it wasn't there before.
So you're able to find that quick enough, but you couldn't find Kung.
No, I don't have anything. I don't have it. Like it's not on Hulu. I don't have it on Hulu. I mean, if it's on Hulu, it's probably the more expensive one, the more expensive version. It's not on Amazon, not on Netflix. So, but I did find that one. I had been wanting to watch Killer Tomatoes anyway, so it worked out. And the only reason I said Toxic Avenger at first was because it was on Amazon Prime. I knew for sure that one was, but that one got taken off anyway. So we'll see. Well, when the time comes.
Let's see here. Here it is. Okay. It's loading. Dean Cain teases possible Lois and Clark revival. This is on TV Web, by the way. Dean Cain would love to return to play Superman on Lois and Clark revival. The actor is out promoting his latest project, 2050, and he was asked about the possibility of some Superman-related projects in the future. Cain, along with former co-star Terry Hatcher, have both appeared on CW's Supergirl, albeit as different characters.
Yeah.
The CW series takes place in alternate blah, 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 but Cain has other ideas.
As long as he stays away from the CW.
He's already been on Supergirl.
Well, I know that, but I'm just saying. I'm saying as far as the show. I'm just saying as far as the show, if he's bringing a show back.
Aren't all the all the Warner Brothers crap on? I mean, yeah, that's Warner, right?
Yeah.
DC stuff. It's all on CW, isn't it?
Isn't it? I don't know any other shows that aren't. I'm just saying. I think the only one was Constantine. It was on NBC. But that didn't last long.
The first year wasn't, and then it got moved because it's been horrible ratings.
Okay, so from what I'm seeing here, that was a clickbaity title. There are no actual plans. He's just been saying for the past 25 years that he'd love to get back into it.
For fake news, people.
Yeah, so for fucking 25 years, he can't get over this. It's like, I mean, I've seen some of the movies he's been in. I've heard of some of the movies he's been in, so I can understand that, wanting to get back to the heyday.
Yeah. You have a diverse, and we'll have our diverse Superman.
Yeah.
The SJWs are crying for. He's probably too light for them. That's what it is. They need something darker. Something 2 shades darker.
His eyes
need Idris Elba.
Yeah.
And he's not trans. So when do you think we're going to get calls for either a gay or trans Superman?
We're already getting it. I'm sure we are out there somewhere in the ethers.
Isn't that what Supergirl is? I mean, we've seen the porn page, but you never know. She could be post-op. Just saying.
Speaking of Idris Elba, didn't you hear about he's going to be a Deadshot in Suicide Squad?
They want
that's going to help
Deadshot.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They want him.
Yeah, he hasn't signed yet that I've heard.
Yeah, so because he's the only black actor out there, apparently.
Yeah.
Besides Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan.
Here's an idea. How about no Suicide Squad 2?
And just stick to the cartoon movies because those are better.
Yeah, just fucking do a live-action adaptation of Assault on Arkham and call it good. Or just put Assault on Arkham in theaters and say, call it Suicide Squad 2. No one's going to fucking know.
Right. Hell yeah. I'd watch it. Man. I mean, come on. Like, what movie did I see in theaters? Terminator 2. Like, I know it's not. I know that's a completely different movie. What I'm trying to point out is, people are willing to go to the movies as long as it's a movie worth seeing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they need to. My thing, I think they should do is like try to do that. Go off with the whole sending older movies, like people that we all know people love, and then to the theaters, like, hey, go watch this, enjoy the movie theater experience all over again, yada yada. That'll get people in the theaters.
Yeah,
I think it would.
Was years ago. Spoonie made the point, like, stop remaking movies and just put old movies back in the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
You're spending millions of dollars to make all these shitty movies. Just clean it up, put it back in theaters. People are going to line up to see that shit, and they're going to friggin' make bank.
But it won't be woke.
But no, it doesn't have to be woke. Fuck woke.
Too bad for them.
I know.
Yeah,
they haven't figured out go woke, go broke yet.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's part of it.
That's part of the whole
if
thing.
You get a movie where most of the actors are dead, you don't even have to pay their estate.
Yeah.
I know.
We got 3 people watching that aren't us.
That made me laugh.
Grim Falcon, Rusty Shackelford, and the Appalachian American. Welcome, everyone. I'm going to assume
welcome.
I'm going to assume their gender. Welcome, everyone. Everyone is very inclusive.
Dude is a non-gender specific word.
Sometimes. Well, yeah, my
all
dad
the
does
time.
call me that.
Usually.
Yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's
What's up, dude?
dudes and dudettes.
Yeah.
Well, now you don't fucking it up. Now we're all in trouble. Goodbye, everybody.
8th grade all over again. That was crazy.
FBI is knocking at my door.
I don't know how that got put into the ether, but I was in 8th grade. It's like, if it's French, it would be dudette. And I was watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first one, the good one, not that rebooted crap in the 80s. And I was like, and they said, welcome, dudes and dudettes. I went, oh my gosh, I've been quoted.
Yep. Yep. Appalachian American has Brie Larson sitting in with
them right now.
Awesome.
Yep. Yeah.
Too bad we can't get them to share. Yeah, I saw that image. That was great. Someone else listening.
In all her wooden glory.
Speaking of which, Frank, did you ask Jeff?
Oh, about the epic crossover idea?
No, the making us a logo.
He did ask him that, but he's just so tied up with projects right now. He just hasn't got time for it until after the comic.
Yeah, he piddle farted.
So,
that was supposed to be out already. Supposed to be out in February.
Yeah.
Well, he said why. It's he lost the colorist.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, it gives you updates on Indiegogo I got it and it said that he lost his colorist and he was trying to get someone to specifically follow it as close as possible so it's consistent. That's what it was.
Oh, wow.
I haven't seen any. Yeah. So,
I didn't know that.
I don't know if he found anybody. Yeah. He didn't say. From what I saw from the message, it just wasn't going to work out. But like you might just have to ask Jeff yourself, so he might tell you. But all I know is he's not the same colors. He's got a new colorist.
Wow.
Yeah, just go meet him at the Target parking lot and have a beer.
Yep. Wow. There you go. Without.
Was that
I'm sure Lape will be there for all of us.
I'm sure he's always there.
I wonder if he's always there. Like he'll sit in a parking lot Target, and he'll just be like, "Man, I'm had good memories in this parking lot."
Are you kidding? He's lurking in the bushes.
Who? Loudy?
Yeah.
Yes, and if anybody's in the Cincinnati area, that Target in question is on Coleraine, just north of Coleraine Ford or whatever it's called, Northgate Ford. I think it's Coleraine Ford. Because that's where Loudy used to work at the time. Now, I think he still works downtown somewhere, but I don't remember.
Anyway, so that's the problem with the comic book right now.
Okay. I didn't realize that. I know he was behind, and then he started spitting out pages pretty quickly, and the colorist was kind of getting behind, but I think he was overwhelming the colorist too. Because I think there were some pages that Jeff was supposed to finish in December and didn't get done. So
yeah.
I understand. It seems like he's behind. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'd say the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle was the one in the 80s or 90s.
That was 90s. Way back.
Yeah. The original movie, yeah.
That was better. Now they did change the origin story for especially for the rat. Because
no, they did. What happened is they didn't change the origin story. They went back to the original comic.
Right.
It wasn't based on the cartoon.
Right. So yeah, he was a rat that became human, which was kind of weird.
Yeah,
I like the other way around.
The cartoon's what changed things.
Yeah, the cartoon made more sense.
Yeah, but yeah, the movie's based on the original graphic novel.
I remember the audience laughed at that when they said he was doing the moves in his cage, mimicking my master's moves as a rat. That was funny.
Yeah, I'm sure you remember it. I'm sure you remember the premiere of Gone with the Wind too.
Oh yeah.
But you got to remember, the Ninja Turtles was originally invented to be kind of a parody of popular comics, particularly Daredevil.
Mm.
So
because instead of the hand, it was the foot.
Yeah, and instead of stick, it was Splinter, and and like the canister that ended up in the sewer narrowly avoided hitting a kid in the street, which would have blinded young Matt Murdock.
There you go.
Yeah, so
that's cool.
Yeah, so the original concept was kind of a spoof, and it just kind of exploded from there.
Yep. And all these pizza-loving turtles.
He said it exploded.
It exploded right in their faces.
Exploded.
It exploded.
Yeah, he said ass exploded.
Exploded.
And cornholio.
So speaking of ass, Kevin Smith has been releasing, production shots from the Jay and Silent Bob group.
And there they go.
Yeah. And apparently there is a new girl gang, one of whom has a burqa and carries a large knife.
See how that goes?
I saw that and I just hung my head in shame for the human race. Like, oh Christ, here we go. And of course, there is the obligatory black woman, and some completely off the rack white chick to complete the set.
Off the rack.
Yeah,
it's going to be and playing token white number 6.
Yeah, pretty much. They've been talking about how Jason Lee is back as Brody. They've been showing, they put the sign back up for Brody's secret stash for his comic shop, so he's going to be in it. It's like I said before, it's just going to be a clown car of all the past, guest stars and celebrities. So we're probably going to drag out Ben Affleck and make a bunch of fucking Batman references, and probably Janine Garofalo and whoever else they can find. They'll probably try to get Chris Rock if he'll still talk to him.
Chris Rock?
Yeah, remember he was in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back and in Dogma.
I don't remember.
Yeah, man. He said George Lucas is going.
Oh, I remember Dogma, but I don't remember him being in Jay.
He was the director making the. Yeah, he was the director making the.
Okay, now I remember. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. Yeah. Okay, now.
Shaka Luther King, I think it was.
Oh shit! Only thing I honestly remember about that movie is Cock Knocker.
Yep.
Mark Hamill was like, "Don't fuck with a Jedi Master." That was like my favorite line.
Speaking of which, keep an eye on the next toy video after the first one that Jeff's going to have of my stuff, because that's going to come into play. I'm not going to say any more, but in fact, I'm sure he's already gotten it.
What, Cock Knocker or Mark Hamill?
Well, I'm not going to say any more, but
all right.
I think he said that he was going to save the latest batch of stuff in the P.O. box for when he and the group are all together, and they're going to do a video from the hotel room. P.O. box video there, so we'll probably see it there when it ever happens.
And he changed his mind, because originally they were like, "Oh, Horror Hounds locally, I don't have to get a place to stay," but I guess they did.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, like I was going to say before, he's really behind, because I sent him that box almost 3 weeks ago, and he said he's going to put the thing right up, and it took almost 2 weeks for the first video to hit drop. Still waiting for the second one, so he's still editing that apparently. So he's just got too many irons in the fire right now.
Why would you put an iron in the fire?
Like, it's a very old term.
Oh, Like Lape?
Yes.
I had to get a
That's
cheap
one of the
shot.
sayings he invented back in high school.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep the dogs quiet and write a better description of what
I just did a rim shot.
And find pictures of our Hall of Fame all at the same time. So, you know.
Who is our Hall of Fame?
Oh, I have an idea for that.
Okay.
You have an idea? I've already chosen one. You had another idea?
Well, I got a better idea. I'm going to put the Hangouts group chat here.
All right, go ahead. I mean, I can change my mind. It's only a beautiful brunette with large boobs, but you know. Brie Larson?
Really?
We ought to make it Brie Larson, just out of shits and higgles, and use one of her fappening pictures and just kind of put ribbons over the boobs.
No. Look at the group chat what I posted here.
Well, I need. Okay, Seth, I know you're listening. Post me a picture of that without you beside her. I actually think that's funny. Where's that picture of him? I can't find the dang picture. Hey, Adam Moy. No, it's Adam Shawhan. Yeah, you see he lost one of his puppies.
Really?
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Yeah, it is.
I don't see it. Do I have to go back to the there it is.
Well, go into your notifications bell.
It's where I went.
Yeah.
But I might be able to
he's sending it. He's sending it, he says.
Okay. Yeah, just send it to the fancast at Gmail if you want to send it by an email address. That'll work too. Yeah, we never do give that email address out, but we do have a Gmail account.
Well, it is the second time.
Yeah. The best mail.
.com.
.org.
I think it's called the Fancast. I don't know. The Fancast.
.jp.
.cc.co.
Hey, speaking of which, you guys listen to the High Council on Tuesday?
I don't listen.
I listen to half of it. I don't listen to half of it.
Smokey Gallenberg. I was drinking that last weekend. That's great stuff.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, we were in Gatlinburg last weekend for my nephew's we were there Sunday. We were in Knoxville for his wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And on Monday, after the wedding, we went up to the Smokies and my daughter and I did that at both places. $5. One place we bought stuff and you know what? Okay, that'll work.
Okay. What does that have to do with the High Council?
Did you know? If you listened, you know.
I said I only have listened to half of it. Then you started talking about drinking.
Drinking. Did you get to the part where there was going to be a podcast after they were done?
No.
Okay, I forget what it was called, but and I didn't. I wasn't arsed enough to because I actually started listening and then I had other things to do and I listened to it the next day, so I didn't do a fan cast super chat. But I'm going to try and do it Tuesday, and plus. Well, when it's on WCBS, Kendo blocks us, so it don't matter. So I have to wait for it to be on another channel. But I'm going to say something like a podcast about the podcast. Boy, that sounds like an interesting idea.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Where have I heard that before?
Right.
Kendo blocks you on the main show as the Fancast?
When he's been the moderator, I've been blocked as the Fancast several times. And it says the moderator has put you in timeout, or I forget what it says. If you post too quickly, it'll do it. So the first time it happened, I thought that's what it was, and I waited like 5 minutes, and then I tried to do another chat, and I was trying to actually answer. Somebody had asked me a question, and I was in as the Fancast, and it kept being blocked. That's why I had a couple of weeks ago. I had our thing being
I remember that.
Yeah.
I mean, I tried
just Kendall just being a dick as usual.
Time I was blocked. So, and it only happens when it's on WCBS.
Well, go to the principal, talk to Jeff, tell him to stop being mean to us.
I want to know what I'm trying to do now is actually get into Jeremy's train division, because he will bring up everybody. He may not have you on the High Council, but he'll bring up every podcast associated with the Fandom Minutes he comes across. He's the only one that does it.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan will, and he will bring up some things, and Jeff almost never brings up anything. So that was why when I explained back on an episode, go back and listen and see how many months it is before Ethan even figures out that World Class Bullshitters has other people other than Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh.
And this is not a criticism. This is just an observation. Okay. Because if I was criticizing, I'd say, well, that butthole, but no, that's not it. It's just the different personalities, right? Ethan will bring up a lot of people about Comicsgate constantly. This is how Cecil got in. This is how your boy Zach got on the High Council originally. So
his one time,
right? But his sphere is in that Comicsgate area. Jeff had the guy on from, there was something like something toys that he did a video with him, and then the guy caught all kinds of crap. It was like vintage toys.
You're talking about retro blasting,
right? Is it retro blasting? Yeah,
I believe so.
Yeah,
Michael, I think is his name.
Yeah, and he caught. I could not, and that was last year. So imagine the crap he'd catch now. It's insane.
Yeah,
it's like if you don't like it, just go on to something you do like. You don't have to ruin someone's life. That's just stupid.
Yeah, and over a joke that he didn't even make.
Right. And I've been watching some videos on. I was listening to the Rubin Report today, and he had. It's the guy's name is it Cook? Look it up. These are all flaming leftists, but they don't even like what's going on. They don't like that conservative, even though they disagree with the conservatives, they don't like that they are being stymied and pushed off of YouTube and Twitter and all that other stuff. Because they were talking, Tim Pool, he was on the Joe Rogan show the other day. And the thing that they don't get is it's their belief system taken to an extreme is exactly what we're seeing. And
but we don't know the context.
No, we do know the context.
No, that's what she kept saying. That chick he was talking to, she kept saying, well, we don't know the context. Well, we don't know the context.
Right.
Bitch, it doesn't take a genius to figure out the context.
Right. Well, especially when they were giving them the context.
They should have been pulling up shit like tweets or whatever examples on a screen. Say, okay, look at this. Why is this person not banned and they say this horrible stuff or something like that?
Right. Well, I'm going to see if I can put this in the chat as myself. The Rubin Report video, he does kind of go into that. He said, yeah, he had a list of things to talk about. And some things he decided was just too much kind of beating up on him. And some things he didn't get to, and then some things occurred to him afterward. But what was most interesting to me is, this is a great example where they could have had, who's that, the conservative Jewish guy?
Conservative Jewish guy? You talking about Ben Shapiro?
Yeah, Ben Shapiro. They could have had, because that was one of the questions they said, hey, what about, because the thing is, he started getting Rubin was getting, was it Mike Rubin? What is his name?
That guy.
Yeah. The Rubin Report guy. And what's his first name? But anyway, Dave Rubin. He was getting super chats from conservatives who were saying, hey, you should have had Ben Shapiro on there. And then they were also saying, hey, we had some great conversation. We don't want you guys censored any more than we are. Like, we disagree with a lot of things you are politically, but we agree that we should be able to discuss these things, these ideas. And what was interesting is Tim described that both of them very early on in this thing, and I just put in the chat exactly what I think. When I was interviewing for a job, this was one of the things that I brought up. You can have a room of people who look different but all think the same, and you can have a room full of people who look the same but think differently, right? And they're talking about how someone has an idea and it seems good, but part of it's kind of weak, and someone else comes up with an idea that kind of replaces that weak part. And then it goes along, and then maybe there's more discovery, maybe there's more science, more information, knowledge, whatever. And someone comes along and says, wait a minute, these two ideas, this part and this part are good, but this other part's crap, or this needs to be replaced, or this needs to be refined. And that discussion and discovery is how you end up with much better ideas. And the concept that, hey, I don't agree with you, so I need to shut you up is very, very bad. And the worse the idea, the more light needs to be exposed on it. Because when you push it in the shadows, then it's like, well, what are they hiding? And then it becomes enticing. And this is how we get communism, just keep coming up and up and up. Even though it's been proven for over 100 years, it just leads to mass death and destruction. So it was very interesting. But what they couldn't do is they couldn't figure out that their ideas run to the nth degree is actually where we end up with. It's similar with, I have the same problem with the hardline conservatives. You run their ideas to the nth degree, and Tim does kind of bring it up where he considers many of the like the Democratic leadership to be kind of right-wing authoritarian on many things, and that's what it's like. The two ends, when you go all the way around the circle, they come together on the other side. So enough political crap. But that's part of why I had a video several years ago that I did where it talked about, the left and right, fascism and communism and socialism, all that stuff. It's just the left and right of the arrow that leads to tyranny. So
tyrannical bastards.
Yeah. But it's interesting because Tim is more, what do you say? He's an anarchy. It's like an anarcho-libertarian. And I'm kind of an anarcho-capitalist, so it's like we're just on the opposite sides of the same concept.
Sorry, never mind.
I believe I'm a little more consistent with my background than he is.
I'm sure you are.
But it's very interesting. It's a very interesting conversation. That the thing I put in the chat, I'm only like an hour and 43 minutes into it, so he does kind of go into some of that stuff that he didn't cover on the Joe Rogan show. But this is a great example because I watched that, as you were saying, TapAndDie. I watched some of it. There's a great example why you couldn't have that happen on the Alex Jones show, because he would be screaming over. It's like, dude, let the debate happen, you moron. And that's my biggest problem with it. I mean, sometimes it's great and it's entertaining, but other times it's like, shut up and let your guests get their point out.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, that all started from the High Council, and I thought it was interesting that someone was making a podcast about the High Council podcast.
I
was like, wait, I swear I've heard this idea before. So, now
we must destroy them,
right?
Yep, crush them.
Yeah, we need to crush them. So he said, we need to crush our enemies before us and hear the lamentations of their women.
If he dies, he dies.
He dies.
I'll be back.
So what would we call this Hall of Fame? Brie Larson Woodward?
Wait.
Twig Larson.
Twig, yeah. Larson. Plank. No, I'm trying to see if I can work the word plank in there from that. Was it that piece of wood from Ed, Edd n Eddy?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Brie Larson.
And I was at work too when I listened to that, and I started like eyeing the lumber section. I was like, and I had a marker on me. I started to mark all the wood with Brie Larson on it. But then I went the other way. I said, better not, because I'll overdo it. I was like, I want to do it. But, oh well. So what's the name then you're gonna put?
I like Twig Larson.
I do like Twig Larson.
Yeah, Road Warrior says the token white woman.
But we gotta have wood in there somehow. Some kind of wood.
Plank Larson.
Plank Watterson? I like Frank's idea.
What? Twig Larson?
Yeah.
Twiggy Larson?
Considering how,
don't insult Twiggy. Yeah.
Twiggy.
Twig Larson of Brie.
There you go. Smelly cheese. I bet she stinks.
Well, there's got to be some reason. It's that guy. How many? She just recently broke. I was going to do a video on this, but I waited too long. She broke up with her boyfriend of how many years? 5-6 years? Something insane.
I don't know. I think I heard about it, but I just don't remember why. I don't remember the why. Probably it's over something stupid.
Yeah, we talked about this, remember? Because I said he looked like a cross between Andrew Garfield and Oggs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Now I remember. Yeah, I remember. I just don't remember the why.
Yeah. And they both had the same expression on their face, like, why the fuck am I even here?
Yeah. Alex,
that would be me.
They called off their engagement.
Shit, he lucked out, I guess.
I'm guessing he was too much of a man for her.
Probably.
He got tired of being pegged all the time.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Speaking of pegged, did you see that video with that Boogie 24, that YouTuber?
Yeah.
He admitted he likes getting pegged or whatever. He's a furry.
Well, that's where he did it. That wasn't the bad part. The bad part was him. He likes to make out with guys.
Yeah, but it was funny because like the first person I thought of was LMP, him and his hatred of the furries, and it's his fault for me thinking that way. Because I'm sure if he heard me, he'd be like, "Why?"
Right. Well,
like you know why?
Did you hear the part where the guy was asking, well, between Clint Eastwood and Liberace, where do you rate on the gay scale? And he said, The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock. He's like, The Rock's gay. I was like, these people. It's just weird watching these YouTubers, how big they get and then how fast they fall or hard they fall.
Well, it's a good thing.
I don't know. Did that make him fall, or does that raise his stakes? I don't know what that does.
Well, I'm just saying in general, like as far as like YouTubers, like how they become big and people they start building up these followings and then all of a sudden like this crazy shit happens, whether it's this or that, and it's like people probably divide and either they leave the channel and never come back, or you have some people that stay, but that person pretty much peaks and they never go higher ever again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, there's some early YouTubers that are long gone. Fred had a movie come out, and then he disappeared.
Yeah, fuck that guy, piece of shit. I wanted to stomp on his little neck.
That guy was a twat.
Mm-hmm. I want to see him. I want to see how his voice sounds with him under my boot heel.
Who was that chick that I can never remember her name?
Yeah. So anyway,
moving along.
In here.
Huh?
Yep. Let's go.
Okay. Wait a minute. I completely forgot to tell you. We're all supposed to be acting like Dion. So to go off of that point, and kind of what you said, and to further that, and well, I can't do it because I can't F-bomb every other word.
No. Dion really impressed me from last night's episode. They were talking about when Daredevil first came out in the comics, and this is what he said, and I quote. Like blind people said, it's nice to see. No, he's it's like I'm blind, and it's nice to see a blind superhero. I'm like, what?
Right. But it's funny you mentioned that. And one of the old episodes they talked that exact same thing about Daredevil and blind people. And he said I remember him saying, he goes, how can they see? They can't see it. Why would they get mad?
Yeah.
That was his words.
And then all these years later, yeah, I'm blind, and it's nice to see a blind superhero.
No, he said it wrong. It wasn't nice to see. It was nice to feel. It was the Braille. They would read in the Braille edition.
No, he said see.
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. And then he fell asleep.
Yep. It's been a while since he fell asleep.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, that was awesome. Karen Allo is the one I'm thinking of. Boy, I missed her.
Was she? Oh my god. That was funny.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, he hasn't said that in a while, I don't think.
I'm sure we can get him to say it.
Every once in a while he'll slip up, and then he'll like laugh at it. He's trying to make a joke. I was like, no, dude, you fucked up.
Yeah. Well, my favorite thing on that, I had two favorite things with him on last night's episode is for the first, I don't know, hour or more, every time he talked, and to go off that, and I almost like, wait a minute, at the beginning of this, you said you liked the movie, but the but's bigger than liking the movie.
Yeah, he keeps.
Like, what did you like about it? He keeps
adding on all these qualifiers, and it's like, well, did you like it or not?
And then he falls asleep, which is funny. What I want to know is when he falls asleep and they finish and they all log out, does he like wake up at 3:00 in the morning, sit in his chair? I mean, where is he that he's falling asleep? Is he on his couch in his bed when he's I mean, I don't know. So,
well, they called him one time to wake him up,
right? And Jeff said he was going to do that, but he didn't.
Yeah. No, they probably call Hillary, tell her to go kick him off the couch or something.
Well, one night they had to kick him out because he was snoring so loud.
Yeah.
I remember that. Damn it, Dion, shut up.
I also caught him saying irrelevant last night's show. So, yep. I don't know why, but whenever Dion's talking, he has my undivided attention because he gets so excited. Mm-hmm. He has a hard time stringing his argument together. Right. And all these new words come out, and it's just amazing. It's an adventure and discovery. So,
Yep.
what's Dion going to say today?
What new words will he come up with?
And he's still going, that's why I'm on the show. And I'm like, that was almost funny when you did it to Dustin 2 years ago. It's old. Most people won't even know the reference. When you did that back when you guys, they were what? 8,000? I don't even know. In 2 years, right?
Yeah.
We've been doing this show almost 2 years, and then within the first year, Kendo got drafted to the big leagues.
Yeah. And now
So,
we're trying to pretend we don't exist.
Frank and I, Johnny come lately here, but Frank LMP and I. So it's
what?
like, dude. Well, no, I'm just saying that was probably back when they were at 5,000 subscribers. Now they have almost 100,000 more. There's like 4 people that get the joke. That's what.
Or a dying breed.
That's what pisses me off is we have so little presence in the fan community. Most people have no idea we even exist.
Yeah.
It's like we post this stuff on the fan Facebook page every week, and we're just a drop in the ocean. Nobody gives a shit.
Right. Well, we do have,
except for our few listeners. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yes, thank you guys.
Our loyal listeners, we greatly appreciate.
I mean, how many weeks did we do this live, and it was just us? So we're thankful. But even the Facebook page is what, 1,000 people?
Yeah,
there's a lot going on now. Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's like how many people are out there that have no idea this other stuff goes on.
Yeah, even though Jeff talks about it almost every week, like join us on our Facebook page. He's always talking about how much fun we have on the Facebook page, and if you can't be on Patreon, just come there and hang out and be part of the group. But yeah, people.
Well, how many?
102,000 subscribers, and very little actual interaction. I mean, the average video only gets maybe roughly 2,000 views.
Yeah, I noticed that the other day when I was looking at stuff. I was like, that's and this is where kind of the dichotomy of the show itself, and this is, I think, in part of what delayed the mailbox visits and all that other stuff was because the way the algorithm works, and Jeremy brought this up Tuesday too, because now they're starting to learn the algorithm. If you have a hot video, you don't want anything. I mean, I had one again. I had a Captain Marvel video that was going pretty hot, but then I had a scheduled video that I completely forgot about that went live, and bam, it's like it just drops off the earth.
Yep.
But yeah, you look at, okay, now the High Council's 29,000 views, and this past week 21,000 views for episode 163, but that's not typical. 159 has got 10,000 views. That was from 4 weeks ago. 14,000. I think it takes several weeks for them to get a lot of views. 156 is 9.4 thousand. But the standalone videos, okay, High Council 18,000 views. Standalone videos.
Yeah,
the Great Star Wars Lie from a month ago, 146,000. You have Tales from the P.O. Box, 3.2 thousand. The Ghostbusters 2016 Patient Zero for SAW Hollywood, 150,000 views. If I then sort by popular, let's say this past week, 4 days ago, Marvel's Big Secret, 150,000 views, 220,000 views on Marvel Strikes Back. That's from last week. 2 weeks ago, the end of Marvel, 1.8 million views. The standalone, the good high quality standalone videos do better than everything else on the channel. Everything. And the lowest performing is the weekly show. Every single week. So I mean, here's Bye Bye Batfleck, episode 158. Okay, it's bookmarked with, before it, The Man Baby Strikes Back, Rian Johnson Goes After Star Wars Fans, 318,000 views. The next video, the Star Wars Agenda backfires, Kathleen Kennedy something, blah blah blah, Star Wars Hates You is the thumbnail, 342,000 views.
Yep. Yeah, all the fan cast shows, the Good Morning Pop Culture. I mean, yeah.
Right. And then Good Morning Pop Culture is like 3,000 or 4,000. And if you could look at a lot of the weekly shows, it's 4,000, 5,000 views, and that's it.
Yeah.
Over time, I think they go bigger, but they don't go bigger they will go very big. It takes like a month to get 10,000 views. And you look at, Jeremy's got over 100,000, Ethan's over 100,000. Their live streams are fairly big. Like the High Council the other day, they had 3,000 people on, and it had like 800 likes. I don't get it. Right? Yeah. If you're going to sit there and listen for 2.5 or 3, well, this last one was 3.5 hours. Why wouldn't you cook? I don't understand fully a lot of the mindset of a lot of people, because if I don't like it, I might thumb it down, and that's a big might. Usually I'm just like, screw this. It's like last night when someone posted in our Facebook chat group, not the the fan cast, the one that's the broader audience, because we do at some point. I swear we're going to have everybody back on. I promise. I listened for a while, but I was like, these guys are so bored. It's like the movie sucked all the energy out of them and they had nothing. And I'm like, I'm going to bed. And that apparently was about 40 minutes in, because I listened this morning, and I did listen for a long time on my phone. But the problem with listening on my phone is I don't have an ad blocker. So it's like the last 20 minutes, every 3 minutes, there's another ad. It's really annoying.
That was getting annoying.
And I don't think Jeff has any control over that. I think that's just YouTube doing it. But I'm not positive. I've been demonetized for a year, so I have no idea. So, so anybody cries about a single video getting demonetized, lick my asshole. Okay. That's what I'm going to say to it. I've been demonetized my entire channel twice. So sit and spin, as it were. But yeah, it's amazing. And, I've done a couple of video, obviously I'm trying to do more videos, but if I read the right article, 200 views, I have 700 and some odd subscribers. So, you have to take the proportions as they are, but it's amazing. 105,000 subscribers and most videos have 20,000 views. So, yeah, I don't know. How do we get started on this?
I wrote a thing about that in the Facebook page a couple of weeks ago when I was getting close to getting caught up on the backs. And I'm like, I discussed all these things. It's like, all these videos have like, 1,700, 2,000 views a piece, like a couple hundred likes. And it's like, when I'm watching this stuff, I'll hit the like button as soon as the page loads, and then I'll listen to the episode. All like things I don't even watch just because it helps out the channel. And somebody commented on my thing, is like, well, not everybody watches while they're logged in. Like, okay, maybe that accounts for some, like a small percentage of these 2,000 views. Like, these people can't just like take a second to click the like button, show a little love for the show, right? Anything. Like, do they just turn it on and turn the sound off and let it play while they're doing something else? What?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, but I've noticed this on a lot of channels. The amount of subscribers and the view counts, because Jeff has 3 videos that are over 1 million, or 2 videos. I'm sorting.
I think it's 2.
So he has 2 videos, one at 1.8, which that one's the one that's really growing. 1.1 for the fan backlash against Kathleen Kennedy's in full swing. And then the failure of the solo is the fault of white men is 963,000 views. So I don't know I can see on the Social Blade, I can see things about trends, but I don't think it shows that kind of information. But about like a video, when it was hot, when it wasn't. But I will say this: the other day, Jeremy posted on Twitter, I forget what channel it was. The guy had like 14 videos, but he had like 200,000 subscribers, and every video's got like over 2 million views or something, because it's like every video is extremely high quality. So there is something to it. And that post, the thing that I posted in the chat too about the Rubin report, they talk about the algorithm and whether it should be more videos and better quality. And I've seen some real crap videos that have 10 million views, and I come across it for some reason, and I'm like watching, and I'm a minute into like 30-minute video, and I'm like, this is horrible. 10 million views, really? It's really crazy. So a lot of it is the algorithm, catching people at the right time and everything else. But yeah, it's very strange to me. Although he has a lot of videos. Let's see. So I've sorted it by descending by view count. Let's see when the very first episode comes up. is in the regular show. So episode 124, 64,000 views. I am what? 1, 2.
What?
13th row by 5. So 85th position is the first weekly episode when sorted by views. Now, and it's what's interesting is 10 positions higher is the video that got me to the channel. Star Wars Episode 8, The Force Awakens review. That's how I came across that. That's what got me here.
Mine was I think it was Marvel was begging people to buy the comics.
Yeah.
Was that one? That was the first. It was in my recommendations by chance because I wasn't even really following this stuff. So I started following the Comicsgate thing, and then I found that, and then that's where I found the show. And I still remember my first episode, like podcast, was episode 70, and that's where it all started.
Memories.
Yep. No, I remember like after I listened to that episode, like I want to say it was the next episode or the one before it, Dion wasn't on there, and I was like, "Oh, that black guy's not on there," and I almost stopped listening because I'm like, "I like that black guy, I just didn't get his name."
Yep.
But good thing I stuck with it.
Yep. But they're known for the podcast in many ways, but that's not the popularity. And most of the popular stuff is within the last 2 years, with the exception of the one that I came across, which was, I think, December 21st, 2016, if I remember. Yep. December 21st. So 3 days later, I uploaded my video review of The Force Awakens, and then that's how I started finding these things. And somewhere in that mix is when I found them. I don't remember the exact date. I don't remember the very first episode I listened to, but I know they had under 1,000 subscribers. I don't remember exactly how many. So
I don't remember the number of subscribers
like
when I
Appalachian American. It's not Djan, it's Dion, Dion.
I think Dijon mustard.
Djan, yeah.
Django.
I agree. I do miss Good Morning Pop Culture because I actually listen to it more than the regular show.
Yeah, well, he's busy
by himself. I know it's his channel because if you look at the channel, it's what the Jeff 007 or something like that is the name of it.
Yep.
Is in the Jeff 007, and he's removed a lot of the old videos when him playing like Nintendo and some. Or playing
those ones are gone. The wrestling videos.
Some of them. Not all of them. So
yeah, I remember going through them and finding those at the beginning. I was like, "What the hell is this?" And then, yeah.
Anyway, Mr. Green, we know why you're on the show because you're Jeff's best friend.
Yeah, best friend forever.
Unlike most
faithful lackey.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. We're not making fun of you, and we're not complaining.
No.
But also, unlike many of the others, with the exception of Nick, although I think Phil said he told Jeff he was doing something, like Loudy just didn't bother to show up for like 6 weeks and didn't tell Jeff what the heck was going on, so he just said, "Okay, goodbye."
Yeah, remember that? Was it that rule? If you miss 8 episodes or 6 episodes, you're out.
Well, and he didn't tell. I mean, when Nick was making the movie, Nick was like, "Look, the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be doing this, and this. I'm not going to be on, or I'm going to be on for half an hour or something like that." So, and Loudy's admitted on this show, so he's been on this channel and said, "Yep, I didn't let him know what's going on, and that's okay." But he could take it or leave it. And Dan, half the time when Dan was on the show, you didn't even know he was on the show.
Yeah,
he would say one word.
Right.
Every once in a while.
Emotionally gutted. That's my favorite thing, though.
Yep.
So, yeah, the first video I ever heard of theirs is...
And he read the author's notes.
Movie, and I'm emotionally gutted. Do what?
He read the author's notes for My Immortal.
Yeah. He did. And that was funny because that was read over multiple sessions. So it started with the old cast, and then I think by part 3, Kendo was in it.
Yep.
Man, that was funny. God, that makes me laugh every time.
That was the best. We should do that sometime just for the fuck of it.
My favorite thing is when they started correcting it, and Dan's like, "No, you have to read it as written."
Yep.
Oh my God.
That's not what it says. Oh, and I don't know how many of those guys are going to WrestleMania next month.
Yeah, just one. I think the next P.O. Box video is going to take place when they're all together.
Yeah.
It's either there
we're all going to be
at
here
the Star Wars celebration
next weekend.
Yeah.
And
that's why I'm waiting to send my package. I was going to send it, and then I said I'm just going to wait a little while, let everything cool down with stuff he's busy on.
No. I'm driving to Star Wars Celebration, and we're not taking that crap with us, okay? If it don't fit,
just strap it to the roof.
It don't fit in my Santa Fe. It ain't going.
You have a Santa Fe?
My wife does, technically.
You gotta take your wife's car, dude.
Well, because I drive a Hyundai Elantra, and Jeff and Nick and Joel are not going to fit in that thing.
So don't
well, hopefully they send Joel to meet Kendo again.
To meet Kendo? What?
Yeah, when he was talking about that on, I think it was the Patreon when Kendo went down, I think to Louisiana or whatever to see the guys, and he got all upset because it was Joel who was the one to meet him, not Jeff or Dion or Nick. It was Joel.
Oh.
It was funny as hell. Yeah. I think it was on the Patreon video. He said it.
Yeah, I have to listen. I haven't listened to a lot of Patreon content. Half the time I look at them like I don't really care, but I like the after hours show.
Mm-hmm.
And in many ways, the after hours kind of reminds me of before they were doing live stream. It's like the old show with the new guys. Although, I mean, they were doing this, the four of them were doing stuff before they started in live stream, but it's a bit, you get a more run-on stream of consciousness when you're not being interrupted with super chats.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of it too, because they know it's not on YouTube, they let loose a little bit more. Although, you know, in the old show, they let loose quite a bit. It was like, oh, we're on YouTube, who cares?
Yeah.
So there's a little bit more self-aware now, but yeah, I haven't met Joel yet. So, but I don't know if he's coming here and going with us to Chicago, or he's flying to Chicago and he's coming back with us.
When the two oldest dudes in the world meet.
Remember the Civil War? Yep.
Yeah.
You should take a picture of y'all coming at each other. Like y'all gonna fight each other. So I'm the oldest.
He's 2 years younger.
Lightsaber duel with Cain's.
Oh, he's younger than you?
Yeah, he's 2 years younger.
Oh, so when you see him, be like, "Don't talk back to me, young man."
Yeah, he still has a fuller head of hair than I do. So
I did not know.
Yeah, he and Dustin are the only two of the original show I've never met.
Oh,
I met the gentleman Bryon Callahan.
Oh, you met Bryon?
Yep, and his voice is he still has a great voice. He's about 6 feet tall. He's probably 40, 50 pounds heavier than Jeff, maybe, and has a mustache.
Gentleman.
Yeah, the gentleman Bryon Callahan is Kendo always describes him. But yeah, Dustin and Joel, the only other two of the old show that, because Callahan was only on a few. Now he liked The Force Awakens, but when I talked to him, so Last Jedi wasn't out at Jeff's birthday party yet, right? Was it? That came out last year, right?
Yeah, it was out by the time his birthday. Wait, which one?
Yeah,
the big one we turned 30, or the 29th birthday?
No, last year, the 30th. Yeah, it had been out but a year. He didn't like the last Jedi that I can remember. And if you're out there, Callahan, you can correct me. But he
was wounded. Send him.
Yeah. So he's on a handful, and I know Kendo went back and listened to them all and who was on what and has accounting and all that, because as he was passing people, he had to make a big deal about it. So now I think is it Nick? I think is the next one, but unless Nick doesn't show up for like 20 episodes or 30 episodes or something, he's not going to catch Nick. Because Nick was on fairly soon, because Loudy, I forget, he keeps saying it's like episode 30 something, which I thought it was sooner than that, but he wasn't on for very long. And then Dion's been there since day one, I believe.
Yeah.
So
that was a great episode.
Anyway,
LMP is my Dion.
We'll get back
so
to
did you have another topic? Yeah, we did.
Yes. We've been talking for like an hour about everything else, but yeah.
All right.
So my main topic for the night, which has big implications. Marvel has approached Wesley Snipes about the possibility of making an R-rated Blade 4.
Are you sure it's not a clickbait episode, title this time?
Yeah, right.
Because
Wesley Snipes says he's open to the idea. Nothing's been finalized yet, obviously, because the merger still hasn't, been completed. But if this does happen, and if it's a true sequel to the old series going forward under the MCU banner, then this would retroactively extend the MCU timeline to start with the first Blade movie back in 1998. Which means that if Marvel finally somehow acquires Spider-Man from Sony, that the Sam Raimi trilogy will also become canon with the MCU. And we can pretend Homecoming didn't happen.
Yay.
Well.
Yeah.
Pretend
Homecoming. Wait, of course he's open to it. That fucker's broke, ain't he?
Who?
Yeah, he hasn't done anything since.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, how would that work? I mean, how are you going to have that and Homecoming?
Because they say it does. Plot, man, because plot.
Yeah, but Sony was the only one involved with that, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but if Marvel finally acquires that and incorporates that Spider-Man trilogy into the MCU canon.
Yeah, but then you've got the Amazing Spider-Man in the middle.
Those don't
pretend that didn't happen.
Because those shitty. They sucked.
Well, I don't see how that works, because the current Spider-Man has been in a Marvel and MCU.
They could say it was a universe melting together thing because of the Infinity Stones.
They just write that off as Spider-Verse stuff.
Yep.
Well, see, now that actually gets to my theory of what actually happened in Infinity War. And I actually brought this up at work today because Thanos has the Reality Stone. And I think what he's not really gotten rid of half the people, he's pulled half the people into a different reality, either one way or the other. I think he's pulled the people that survived. Perhaps the people that survived are in the current reality and everybody else is in a different reality. And that is actually where he is. So where he is and he's happy and he's retired and he's put off the gauntlet. Because remember, he kind of wakes up right after it all happens, after he snaps his fingers. And
and the gauntlet's all melted.
The gauntlet is sitting on because he puts it on the scarecrow or whatever. But so I think what's going to happen is, and that's part of the it's not the Phantom Zone. What the heck do they call that? Where Scott, what's his nuts was?
The quantum realm. The quantum realm.
That has something to do. That's how they're going to go between the two, and they have to pull reality back together. So you could fold that back in, and then Tom Holland disappears, and it's Tobey Maguire. That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. When he comes back, it's Tobey Maguire like, what? Huh?
Spider-Man's out of high school.
Like, Spider-Man, you look different.
No. If Tom Holland disappears, they're going to replace him with fucking Miles Morales.
He's already disappeared. I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
So, yeah, they're going to freaking reset everything. Miles Morales becomes that Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire becomes the main Spider-Man again, who's now Spider-Man and not Spider-Teenager in high school.
Well, he was a teenager in high school in the first 25 minutes of the movie?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they put that behind them wisely.
Right.
Yep.
I'm far away from all.
Well, we can only hope.
Yeah. I mean, this is all wild speculation.
Yeah,
did he?
So if it does come out,
by the way,
the what?
I know you put that on there, speculation. I don't think that guy ever responded. Whoever that guy was.
Oh, that was me. Yeah, and I think that dude's just trolling because he's a dumb. Wait, the one about the man baby one, or the other one, the one where the guy's like, oh well, George Lucas wrote it down.
Yeah, he's got that big old long diatribe of what's happening and how it all connects and how,
that thing,
yeah.
I'm like, that's
that guy was full of shit.
Yeah, but that was one of my videos. Yeah, actually, I'm trying to find this video. Let me bring up this thing. This was one of my videos.
The dude was vomiting out his ass. That's how bad it was. Because it's like whatever. Like, that's so stupid. It's so stupid.
All right, so on my Captain Marvel video about how the cast doesn't like Captain Marvel and Brie Larson, the MCU cast.
So is that true, or is that just still a rumor?
Well, yes. It's okay.
Yes and no.
It cannot be confirmed nor denied.
Oh, okay.
But apparently, Elizabeth Olsen has expressed discontent to be regulated to Disney Plus post Endgame. So,
I think you mean relegated.
Relegated.
Oh, relegated. I said delegated.
Yeah, you said regulated.
Regulated. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Shut up.
You're trying to be Dion tonight. Coming up with new words.
Apparently, yeah. And to go off of that, and not only that, but to go parallel and sideways and kind of cattywampus of that idea, and tangentially aligned to that, but juxtaposed.
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant. That's irrelevant. G. Martin left a comment on the video. Thanks for not being an aggro presenter. I don't know what the heck that means.
I'm sure.
I gave him a thumbs up and a heart, but I have no clue what that means. I appreciate your perspective.
It means you're not trying to deliberately trying to piss people off.
I'm not. No, I was a bit dramatic in my reading, but you know,
a bit.
It doesn't look good for Captain Marvel, and for sure that. And from what I've seen, that I can't freaking talk, and from what I've seen, I understand why. I only wish they had cast Emily Blunt. Now, this is the second time I've seen Emily Blunt's name. Most other times, it's what's her face from Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, Katie Sackhoff.
Yeah, I'm like, I would take Katie over Emily. I think.
Mm-hmm. Man, that would have been cool if she was in what's it called? That movie. Was it the one with Tom Cruise where he dies a bunch of times?
Yeah.
Like, I bet she would have been better than that too, Katie Sackhoff.
Yeah, Emily Blunt was in that. She wasn't bad in that.
Oh, she wasn't bad. I'm just saying, but now that I'm thinking about it, now you got me thinking about it now.
Right. Now, has anybody seen the movie that Brie Larson got the Oscar for?
No, but I read the synopsis on it, and it's just one of those dumbass movies.
Well, you only win an Oscar if it's an artsy-fartsy film anyway.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Good. Well, it's like when Denzel Washington and Halle Berry won the Oscar.
For
Denzel
what?
I could see, but Halle Berry I was like, what?
Where did she win?
Huh?
What did she win for? Which movie?
Wasn't it Monsters Ball?
I don't remember. That's what I'm asking. That movie, if that's the movie, really, you know, what she say, make me feel good. Make me feel good.
2002. Oh, Black Pearl. No, wait a minute. So Oscar
she got freaky with was it Billy Bob Thornton or whatever his name is?
Oh, that's the rumor.
I wonder if he wanted her blood in a vial.
She wanted Angelina Jolie's sloppy seconds.
Damn.
All right. This is what we're supposed to
have fun thinking about that now.
What film did she win for? I just remember her.
David Applegate says it was
Monsters
Ball, and she got a Razzie for Catwoman.
Yeah. Oh, Catwoman, and half that stuff was some guy in her outfit. So it was the Monsters Ball.
Yeah.
And Monsters Ball was when she was sloppy seconds.
Oh.
Well, should we wrap it up a little early tonight, guys?
Is that all we got?
Yeah,
I guess so.
I mean, we can't really talk about Captain Marvel because it's I haven't seen it yet, but I don't want to now. From what I've heard, I don't want to see it.
So but
I'd rather watch Catwoman.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. You know, I bet you the CGI is about the same from what they were saying last night, because I've seen the Catwoman CGI and it's like someone took a PlayStation 2 and made a video game. You know,
when you're making Harry Potter look good, you're doing something wrong.
But you know, the Attack of the Clones, the CGI that was all CGI with the clones and Yoda and all that.
I was just watching it the other day with Pre-Wife. It has not aged well.
It wasn't good when it was new. I was like, what are you guys thinking? At least have the guy standing there. You don't have to make the whole thing look like a freaking video game.
Yep.
You got an actor. Oh my God, one of my dogs is farting. Oh my God, that's horrible. Jeez. All right.
What's with your dogs always farting?
And I don't understand what it's amazing. When I'm not here, they're like sleeping all over the house. I come home and I come down here, all of them have to be at my feet.
Well,
all three of them.
I guess they love you or something.
I don't know what it is. They want to go out.
It's like you don't beat them enough. That's what it is.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Well, we talked about the high.
I'm going to reintroduce you to the back of my hand.
So this week was pretty much about Captain Marvel, Captain Borville.
Mm-hmm.
Carl Danvers.
Yeah, I want to see the one the one in the trailer, not the trailer, but the end credit scene where she shows up with the Avengers.
It's on YouTube. I saw it.
I cannot find it.
Really, I found it I think it was one of those where someone was recording it. So, but yeah. I saw it. I'm like, what the fuck? When she shows up.
Yeah, when someone said that the other night, I was looking for it. Because I think that was on the High Council. I found people talking about it, but have not been able to find it. The actual.
But speaking of Captain Marvel, well, what the hell's up with that whole Nick Fury losing his eye to a cat? What the hell was that all about?
Yeah, and not caring somehow.
Yeah, right. Like how you not gonna care when someone pulls your eyeball out?
Yeah, if something ripped my eyeball out, I have a few things to say about it.
And I probably kill said thing.
Well, okay, so I think I found it. How does that pager get into that robotic arm? Because Nick Fury drops it. How do they find it?
Yeah, you drop that.
That's my thing. Yeah, they found it on the floor. Yeah, like that could have been anybody's beeper.
This is not Avengers Endgame. Hold on, I'm watching. We got Captain America. See, that's one of my
Captain America.
I cannot get my shoulders to look like that.
Well, someday there'll be a Captain
Shut up, I can't hear him talking.
Don't tell me. Why are you watching it now?
Yeah, that makes for an exciting show.
Like everybody he's gonna miss it.
All right, something. Here, look, I'll put it in the chat. Is this the right one? Mutter Puckers.
Mutter Puckers. You Mutter Pucker.
Merry Christmas, melon farmer.
All right. Well, I know what's his name? What's his nuts?
Who's his nuts?
Well, Seth went to see it. Is that Appalachian American?
Yeah, he said. Yeah. He said he did.
Yeah. But I actually liked. Here's the thing. I liked Thor 3, and I liked Suicide Squad.
Thor 3 was awful, and what the hell is wrong with you?
Everything. Thor 3 was funny, and it was exactly what the MCU needed.
The only thing I liked was what's his name, fucking Judge Dredd on there, and that was it.
But see, I knew
when he had his two M16s.
Yeah, I knew Suicide Squad was a hot mess when I went, so that's part of it, right? I didn't go in cold. I went in knowing it was a hot mess.
And you were like, "Damn, I want to just fap to that Harley Quinn."
No, Beast Wonder Woman.
No thanks.
Got a butt.
Just watch Wolf of Wall Street and see her do full frontal.
You don't actually see it. I'm talking about. Do. No, not that part. I'm talking about remember when they were in the crib in that bedroom, and she opened her legs, and he's like, "Oh yeah, there's a camera in the teddy bear." That's the part I was referring to. Actually, trying.
You're reading too much into my comments. All right, are we done?
Yeah,
we done.
All right, so the Hall of Fame will be the Twig, Twig Larson of Brie, and I will take this picture and crop it, do some stuff to it because I am going to have mostly as the background the Rotten Tomatoes score when it was 33% for the audience. Although maybe I had to capture the dropping professional score because it's down to 79%. It'd be funny if they both met at 50, wouldn't it? Is the professional score still going down? I thought all those reviews were supposed to be in.
Well, some of them are coming in late.
All right, so we'll find out what movie LMP watched. Now, what are we doing for next week, gentlemen?
I was saying the
watch party.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna record that. We're gonna pre-record something. We're either watching Attack of the Killer Tomatoes or Kung Fu Hustle.
Killer Tomatoes.
Yep, right, tomatoes. Probably tomorrow night if everybody's around.
Mm-hmm. I should be.
Yep. We'll chat that offline. I do have to patrol Sunday morning, but I could probably do something, say 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. I just can't go too late. That's all. Because I got to get up at 6:30 in the morning.
Well, it's like a 90-minute regular 90-minute movie.
Right.
So
if anybody has it on torrent, somebody got a torrent link or whatever, please let me know and I'll download it. because I don't think
it's watching the DVD on the TV.
Just get Amazon Prime.
Is it on Amazon?
It's on Amazon Prime.
I already have
That's what I'm saying. It's on Amazon Prime. Yeah. I just found it earlier. I was messaging Frank about it.
I haven't seen this. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Prime Video. There it is. 4 out of 5 stars.
Damn.
83 minutes. 1977.
Well, that's too good for us. We can't do that.
Yeah, we got to do shittier films.
4.6 out of 5 on IMDb. Wow, that's great. So great. So that's what we're going to pre-record that because why are we pre-recording next week's episode, gentlemen?
Because you're going to Whorehound. Whorehound.
Yep, I'm going to be in Whorehound.
Whorehound.
Be hounding horse.
3 W's.
I'm going to be driving some whores around.
Yeah, I'm probably going to drop by. I have a ticket, but I don't know what kind of ticket I have. And apparently there's a hat for me to wear. So I would expect that next weekend, it's going to be mostly on Saturday that I'll be there because I do have to patrol next Sunday. I got the schedule today where I thought they were closing this coming Sunday, Perfect North Slopes, because the carnival is this weekend. No, they're going to be open Monday night and next weekend. So I might be the last shift on Sunday. So I got to be out there by 2:00 on Sunday. So I don't know how much stuff I'll be doing with Whorehound. And I obviously ain't going to be drinking heavily because I'm not going to be able to sleep it off. So, but it'll be interesting to see everybody again. And I will try to do some live streaming on my channel. So if you're not subscribed to Bryon Lape on YouTube, please find my channel and subscribe. And I don't know who all is going to be there, but as far as fans that'll come by Saturday, but we had Superfan Adam Shawhan showed up in Indianapolis with several other people. Jeremy Paraboom was another. I forget. I'm gonna blank on everybody's names. And there goes the incel badge. Yeah, I hope, but we'll see. And so that's we're gonna record that, and we will post it at 8:30. It will go live at 8:30 on Friday, automatically because of YouTube and all that. Okay.
Kick ass.
All right. So, are we done with episode 73? No more boring comments to make?
No.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. Twig, Larson
yes.
of Brie,
no.
And I will I will work at getting the thumbnail up as soon as possible, which I can't upload until YouTube is done processing this video. Okay, very well. I have been your host for episode 73, Bryon Lape, the lifting nerd, and channel also known as Channel Dad. And sometime maybe I'll be known by everybody else. And with us tonight has been TapAndDie.
Good night, everybody.
And Reality Shrink.
Next summer, Rob Schneider is a white guy disguised as a black girl who identifies as a Latino Nazi. Walt Disney Pictures presents Everything Pride Parade, rated R.
I thought it was going to say presents LMP, Liquid Metal Probe.
I did too. I thought that's what he was going to say.
Yeah.
Liquid Metal Probe, but in Spanish. Whatever that is.
He is our favorite brown Nazi, Mexican Nazi.
Yeah, we actually need to start an angry Mexican show on this channel to go against the helpful Mexican that Geeks and Gamers has. All in Spanish. All right, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for staying with us. Please click the like button and subscribe if you haven't. And we will see you when we see you. Good night.
Good night.